Welcome to Mint. In this edition of From the Newsroom, we are discussing how election manifestos seem to be the new centerpiece for all political parties in the run-up to the Lok Sabha elections. We have with us Liz Mathew. Welcome to the show, Liz.
Thank you.
Liz, we've seen how the Aam Aadmi Party first came up with the idea of doing local manifestos, talking to people, taking inputs from them for Delhi elections. We do also know that they somehow were not able to scale it to the national level, and they limited their consultations up to the level of experts in every field. It seems, taking a cue from the AAP, Rahul Gandhi, Congress Vice President, is also doing something similar. Tell us a little about it.
Yeah, you're right. You know, the Aam Aadmi Party is the party which actually began this exercise of getting inputs, or making the voters feel that they are also included in the process of framing policy. So manifestos are basically stating the policy of the policy framework for the parties, and on that basis they are asking votes. So so far the manifestos for a long time, manifestos have been some just document, it's for the namesake. They used to be, all the parties used to release a document in the name of manifesto, in which they give promises. Some of them are kept fulfilled, some of them are just forgotten. That was the case, but Aam Aadmi Party has changed that, and now, like you said, Rahul Gandhi, though Aam Aadmi Party has begun and now they have forgotten about it, Rahul Gandhi is using that as a platform to interact with people. As you know, Rahul Gandhi is not as he doesn't draw much crowd or something like his political rival, Mr. Narendra Modi, in public speeches and all. But he seems to be like, these interactions by Mr. Gandhi in different places. Recently he has gone to, yesterday he was in Rajasthan with this stone mining people. Today he was in Gujarat. The other day he was with fishermen in Mumbai. So, and when you see them, it is all webcast by the Congress, the Congress party live. You can see, he's more comfortable, and he is like, he's interacting with these people in a more freer way. So I think it's more than anybody, it is Rahul Gandhi now using that as a platform for reaching out to people. Election time is the place. Of course, Mr. Narendra Modi has a different way. He is addressing a number of rallies, and all of them are like attracting, drawing a lot of crowd, and he is successfully sending out his message, and people are getting that. Obviously Rahul Gandhi was far behind, and now he is trying to kind of catch up with this kind of interactions. And Aam Aadmi Party, like you said, they have a different way. They are into a new mode now.
Of course, this also comes in the background that it's the first time that manifestos will be included under the Model Code of Conduct. We saw the Election Commission coming with an order where manifestos would be, there would be certain restrictions on it. How do you see the BJP going about this whole thing, considering they are also, I guess, are in touch with stakeholders on their manifesto?
Yeah, BJP also, like, BJP president has told his party cadres to prepare manifestos like what Aam Aadmi Party did in Delhi elections. They have prepared local manifestos for each constituency. So, BJP president has told the party cadres to prepare manifestos in all 543 constituencies at a local level. The central leadership is not very much involved in that process, but the central leaders, they have sent people, Dr. Murali Manohar Joshi is heading that team, and they are sending out people, senior leaders, to reach out to people, different sections, people, like farmers, tribals, reaching out to that people and getting feedback from them, and they are incorporating those feedback, what the people exactly want as a policy when the BJP, if the BJP voted to power. So the BJP is also doing their bit in terms of manifesto, and from the kind of inputs they have already received, the BJP leaders are saying they wanted to, the people, the voters wanted them to focus on agriculture, and they are about the private participation in the defense production, and instead of importing the defense equipments, why don't you make it? And people have given their inputs and feedback on different areas, and the BJP is incorporating those into their manifesto.
So, Liz, given the fact that there is less than 1 month left for the first phase of polling to begin, when are we expecting, like most parties, to come up with? Is it too late given the trend of manifestos, or is it the usual time that parties take to come up with their manifesto?
Yeah, usually parties come up, it takes a while, once all the nominations are filed, and that is time. Now it's a 9-phase election. They are taking time, but both as far as I know, both the parties, like Congress and BJP have prepared the draft for the manifesto, and Aam Aadmi Party also is preparing the draft, and now they will be soon releasing the manifesto, and since the manifesto has attained a different form, or like a different stature now, I think the parties will be taking it more seriously. But again, the manifestos will have any meaning only if the parties have that political will, and they started implementing them in once they are into power, or they tell the people how we are going to, like the EC also was telling the parties you have to say how you are going to implement these fulfill these promises. So the manifestos will have any meaning in terms of policy formation only when they they express how they are going to go about it, and also they put the political will behind it. Till then it will just remain as a document. And also now, as parties are trying to reach it, it is as of now it is just a platform for reaching out to voters.
So I guess we'll have to wait and watch when actually the manifestos come.
Yeah, certainly.
Okay, thank you for joining us today, Liz.
Thank you.
This is from today's edition of From the Newsroom. Stay tuned and keep watching.